wasn't certain. There we go. And you should be seeing me. Um, okay. I mean, everything looks like it's going. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Live chat. Okay. Facebook. I assume that Facebook is where, if anybody watches, it's going to be on Facebook. That seems to be the my place. Sadly, um, this will be this will be an experiment with TikTok for sure because your connection is great. We have switched to a higher video quality. All right, I'm just gonna start, and what I'm gonna do, I'm also not sure what happens with music copyright stuff. So I'm not gonna. Normally I would play music. Um, at some point I was even taking requests from people. They were sending me links to underground music, and it was pretty cool. Tonight or right now, I'm just playing my own music because I don't want to get in trouble with copyright stuff. So you're gonna hear right now anyway. You're gonna hear a lot of me, and I hope that's okay. This is like stuff from 2015 till now, just unreleased material. And no, I'm not trying to promote the music stuff. I'm just really trying to have something behind my voice. Okay, it says one is watching in YouTube. Fantastic. Okay, that's enough. All right, here we go. So, oh wait, am I? Huh. This is crazy. Hey, we got somebody. Hey Karen, how's it going? Karen, aloha from Hawaii. Nice. Aloha from California. How's it looking? Can you how are things looking on the screen? Not Hawaii. I know Hawaii's beautiful. Let me know how it sounds and looks. And this is basically me beta testing. Yeah, okay, so I see me on TikTok. I see me on, but for some reason, why? Amazing. Okay, cool. Are you just seeing the logo, the show logo? Because I'm still seeing just the show logo, and it should be, no, okay. So on YouTube, I'm seeing me in my blank in TikTok. Okay, so I don't know what. We're not going to look at. We're not going to look at my Restream software. I got to turn this down a little bit. I tried to do a little experiment with sound last night through my mixer because I had it dialed in where I could play stuff from my iPad, patch it into the little mixing board, and then I could play music, and it was pretty cool. But for some reason, I was getting bad results, and I don't know what was happening. So I'm going to draw an owl, and I draw, for those that might not know, I draw and paint a lot of owls. It's just a thing that I've done for a while, and they're fun. And generally, I paint them on a 7x14 canvas. I like the size. I like the dimensions. It just seems it works out really well. They look good for the most part, and they're great. You know, they're just easy to hang. They're just on canvas, stretch canvas, so you don't have to get a frame. You can if you want. Let's see. I'm so confused right now, unbelievably confused. But that's fairly. It says Puppy Love 7. Chris joined. Hello, Puppy Love. Welcome to the channel. Okay, I need to stop obsessing over the quality and just go for it. All right, so we're doing this. We're doing a little owl. And hey, my owls are always a little screwed up. They're not like anatomically correct or anything. They're just kind of like weird little creatures. Weird little, fairly friendly looking creatures. My early owls were all very angry, and people used to say that they looked like me, which, I mean, hey, I said, sure, that could be a thing, right? One thing that I used to do on my old drawing show that attracted about 6 people was time myself. So I'd say I'd give myself like 7 minutes to like bang out a whatever. Sometimes I'd take requests. You could say, hey, draw a house with a tornado coming in the background, and I would do that. And it was fun. It was a good deal. Okay. I really wish I could run the music through the mixing board. It would be so much better. So just in case anybody who might see this, if I decide to keep it up on the platforms, I may just delete it, just depending on how shitty my drawing is tonight. But as far as art goes, I've been drawing since I was a wee lad. I got really into it. My mom was a really nice. She was a great artist. She could draw and paint, mostly draw. She used to do a lot of stuff on colored pencils and really detailed stuff. And it really, she was very encouraging when it came to my interest in art. And in high school is really where it started to come together, as far as teachers encouraging me to do more art and draw. At an early age, they said, hey, you can draw pretty well, you should keep at it. And I'd think, okay, well, that's one good thing I guess I'm good at. But I just got into it, and it was kind of an escape for me, because I was like a pretty lonely kid. I didn't really hang out with many people till I got into, like, I don't know, even in high school I really didn't. But art and music were the two things that always kind of saved me. That is one, and I can already see the the difference in the two eyes, size wise and stuff. But you know what? That's okay. I mean, it's fine to just mess around and make mistakes and not be too concerned over stuff. Like, sometimes you get these really amazing, beautiful mistakes, and I like when that happens, actually. All right. And then, one thing that I don't really ever do is I've kind of looked into, how owl feathers look, real owl feathers. But I realized I don't have a lot of interest in drawing realistically, like, I kind of want to take from real things and get the I don't know, get some of the things dialed in, but it doesn't have to be perfect. And some people even say, that doesn't look like an owl, that looks like a cat. And that's fine too, that's fine with me. Oh man, my allergies are nuts. So I'm trying to see if I can't tell. I wanted to try to see if I can hear. Why don't we do this? I'm going to turn that off. Turn that on. And I'm actually going to look at Facebook and on my phone and see how this is. Pardon the sniffling. Let's just do this quick check so I can make sure that your video is viewed. What? Alright, how do I find my Facebook page? There we go. Alright, let's see. Alright, how do I find my Facebook page? There we go. Oh yeah, I sound good and sexy. That's good. Alright, let's see. Alright. Sound is good. That's what I was hoping for. Nice and clear and not too trebly. All right. I can't get the music going again. Um, all right, so what I've been doing some fun stuff lately on my owls. When I first started, I would just try to make. I would try to make feathers. Like and I still don't draw. I don't think I draw feathers all that well. But I just kind of like, an owl's a bird, right? So let's just give it what feathers look like in my brain. And that song's too. That one's too calm. I'm only doing music just to have not total silence. And the other thing I'm trying to figure out is you can hear every time I touch the table, which is super, super annoying. I'm going to try to fix that. But yeah, I'm gonna do this on a regular basis. I want to have a scheduled time, so I just do it regularly. And part of it is just I like to, as an exercise, it's kind of a challenge to just draw in front of an audience. I mean, I get that some people are going to probably come in and troll and say, "You draw like a 7-year-old. My 4-year-old draws better than you," and that's okay. I mean, I'm the trolling. If somebody trolls some old dude drawing, that's crazy, right? That's not going to happen in 2025, is it? Sure it will. But yeah, I'm gonna have a set schedule. Everything kind of works right around my normal, if you want to call it that, life schedule. Working. I've got a handful of little odd jobs, we'll call it. Of course, taking care of my dogs. My cat's fine because she just hangs out of the house. She doesn't really do much. Now, I mean, they're feathers enough, right? Now, I've done all kinds of stuff before. I've done what I've been doing lately is kind of a collage thing, where this obviously isn't real art. I mean, this isn't real physical. It's not analog. This is digital. I'm doing this on an iPad using the Procreate app. And if you're an artist or a potential artist, or if you just like doing weird stuff, like with writing words. I don't know why that came out the way it did. It was a struggle. This app is amazing. It's just the greatest thing. I tend to start out art ideas if I know what I want to paint. Even if I'm pretty sure that I know what I want to do and what approach I'm going to use, what medium, I will almost always go to the iPad and sketch it out. It's the same as just a notebook or a regular physical notebook. But this one's kind of cool because you can. I mean, I guess some people don't like it. The purists don't like it because they think it's kind of cheaty. I'm gonna make sure my cat's not in here because she sometimes pees on things. Rudy. All right. It's 11 o'clock. Oh, it's only 11:09. That's early. All right. So I'm not seeing any comments. So I'm assuming no one's watching, which is, hey, that's fine with me. Do I need to turn? Check the stream on your social platforms. Oh man. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey guys, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I can't not. I just now realized that I didn't have this in the chat. So Karen says, it's almost 9 p.m. both. Keely, hello Keely. I see you in drawing screen side by side on FB. Okay, mirrored on my TV. Can't really hear the music you're playing, but nice to Draw my own thing on my iPad while you're talking and drawing. Keep on keeping on. Okay, cool. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Input is very, very important on, mostly for the technical stuff. Everything else is, I think I got it dialed in. Yeah, the music is purposely not really in the forefront because, I mean, that's coming directly from my phone. Karen says, "Keep on keeping on. We appreciate you." Well, thank you. I appreciate you too. It's nice to have company when you're doing late night, especially late night little projects, which I tend to do a lot. A lot of music stuff. I plan on doing some cool. I don't know if it's cool, but some fun for me musical stuff out of my studio, live streams. Just I'm fascinated by how different creative people do their thing, and it's fun to watch them in their element. A lot of artists don't like doing it because they feel like it's kind of giving away their tricks or their technique. And I'm all about, hey, if I got something that you can use and make better, then fuck it, do it, man. Have fun with it. I get ideas all the time from other people, even other people on social media. They'll do something, and I'll think, what a great idea! I haven't even thought about that. And I try it, and it's fun. Like it's a good thing. So if it produces something, then I say, the hell with it. Just do it. All right. How about this? Okay, so we have feathers on the left side, and this is just an experience. So what I've been, well, I guess maybe why don't we do this? I should have done a color, I should have done the background first. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. So in Procreate, right, you create layers. So that first layer, if I click it off, the whole owl, the outline of the owl disappears, obviously. So we create another layer, and I swear this is not going to be an instructional. It's not going to be purposefully instructional. But like what I like about this is you can set the background. Let's go with I don't know, orange. Oh, I'm so stuffed up. Yeah, now that'll be our background. And it's funny because sometimes I just like to so we're let's see. We're layer 2. So you could kind of, you could do all kinds of fun stuff if you wanted. You could kind of subtract, almost like erasing, deleting. I don't like that sound. Hear that sound like that? That's annoying. It's really getting to me. This song is kind of funny. It's called Your Face. What was it called? I forgot. Your Face is a Wonderful Code. So in 20 I like that line. In 2025 I was attempting to write 400 songs for the year. It was a crazy, goofy, ambitious idea that really I wasn't that serious about it. The idea of just setting up this challenge to write 400 songs. It was just I figured that if I challenged myself to write 400, I'd write at least 200, which is still pretty reputable. Even if they all sucked, it's like, hey, I made the effort, and it stimulated the process of the making of something. And I was pretty serious about it. I mean, in terms of just every day I would try to come in here in my studio and just work on stuff. And at some point I realized I'm gonna need help so I would get on social media and say, hey, give me a subject, and people would just in the comment section would say, a bear with no arm, no one arm, or whatever, a burning city, and then I'd just kind of comb through it, and I'd find something that seemed like a good idea, and I would come up with a beginning or something. Sometimes I'd ask people to just throw out lines, just like give me like a full-on line with 12 syllables or whatever, and then I'd edit and mix it all together and make like a weird song salad, and that's what this song is. So Your Face is a Wonderful Code was actually one of the suggestions, and I thought that was brilliant. I thought, man, I'm actually gonna call the song "Your Face is a Wonderful Code." What it'll mean, who knows? But every line is written by somebody else, and I gave everybody credit. It was a pretty fun project. I can't remember if I documented it somewhere so that I could have a documentation as far as who came up with what line. But yeah, there were probably about 4 or 5 of those songs on this project, and I ended up writing 270 songs. I wrote this and recorded it like the first thing. I woke up at like 11, and my fucking voice was completely thrashed, and I drank some warm water, and I said, I'm going to do this. I am going to start this song, damn it. Oh yeah, I forgot you guys can see me. It's a good thing I'm not picking my nose. Let's see. Yeah, it seems like the only group I have watching is on Facebook, or the only people I have watching is on Facebook. That's all right. I almost deleted my TikTok. Kevin Seconds 865 liked the live. Am I Kevin Seconds 865? Is that my URL or my screen name? That's weird. Yeah, I almost deleted TikTok, but I felt bad because I realized I actually had some followers, and I just assumed that I didn't because I haven't done anything much on it. What I was gonna say is, so I've been doing these owls, and I've been kind of using collage stuff to get the. I'm going to just do this real quick. This is just an experiment. I've been using collaging little bits of printed paper. I've been making these prints. There's this thing called gel printing, which is really neat. And you get a gel plate, which is just this flat jelly looking thing. You can make it actually. I made my own out of gelatin and was it glycerin, and you put it in you kind of freeze it and you make it, and then you form it, and you can the gel plates that you buy at the art stores are really expensive. They're great, they're probably made better. Oh, and when the homemade ones stink. Like the smell of the gelatin and or the glycerin, it's nasty. It smells so gross. Let's put a color. Let's put a different color in this. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Let's do. Go crazy, man. I remember on my old draw show on YouTube. This was during COVID, and I'm sorry, I gotta go back and read you guys. Keely says, "Hi Karen, I've never met you, but it's fun to meet new individuals in Kevin's threads. Great minds think alike." Karen replying, "Hi Keely, so great to meet you. Kevin, this is a tiny agony because we can't really hear the music." I know, I'll figure it out. I've already titled your painting Halloween. That's good. All right. Here we go. I'll give you a little. How do you write that again? Owl. I like it. Very cool title. Yes. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. See, now the cool thing is, here's what I want to do. I did one test before, and ideally what I want to do is I want to invite other people who like to do artsy stuff to join me on camera. So they would have, like, you'd have to have the ability to be able to, like, even Zoom you could do it on. I'd have to be able to patch you in on my end of things, which isn't hard. You can do it with like Zoom, or there's a few programs you can use, but it'd be fun to actually talk with people about the process that they use, or various processes that they use when they're making art. And I have somebody in mind, is a woman who I just think is so great. Her art is amazing. She's really funny and intelligent, and her media, social media stuff is really fun. I'm not gonna out her yet because I want to talk to her first. But I would love to get her on, and she does some very creative things. I have a few people in my life that are really great about that kind of stuff. Anyway, what I was going to do is show you this collage style. Let's see. I don't want to get too crazy with the colors because then it just gets... Oh, you know what? It doesn't even matter. Let's get it crazy. So I would like... let me see if I can show you guys. So with the gel print, you can print just amazing textured, weird designs and figures and forms and strange looking things. And I'm not doing it any justice by... Actually, you know what? Give me a second and I'll show you some examples. Okay? Stay with me and let me go grab a couple of them, and then I can give you more of an idea because it's fun and I get excited about this kind of stuff. So I'll be right back. All right, we should be back. There probably wasn't. It was probably dead silent. I didn't even think about it. I didn't have an audio source patched in. Yeah. So let me show you this stuff. It's pretty cool, and you won't get the full thing obviously on screen, but you can see how I've just got scraps of paper, and I recycle everything. So I'm using, for instance, this is a bill. This is just an old back of a bill, and I use both sides. And you can get this. Sometimes it's just more solid colors with just some texture. I use Lego bits. I use wire. I use anything that will make an imprint. For instance, like this is like this little box that I keep envelopes in, and you can see the surface. It's got these kind of rised bumps. You could put this in the actual paint, and you'd get these little dots, and there's all kinds of stuff. This gives you a better idea of how the Lego stuff looks when it's used. And this is just using a palette to clear out parts, so you can get all kinds of neat. I'm very into this. I've been doing this for a couple years now, and this was something I saw on a craft, like this woman, this crafty lady was talking about it, and she makes these cute little bunnies out of, and I thought, man, I could do some fun stuff with that. But anyway, just there's tons, and I just do this on bits of scrap paper. I just utilize everything and repurpose it, basically. There's just hundreds of them. And then what I do for when I want to create an owl, this is kind of a neat. Yeah, you don't get the gist of the color. I wish you guys could see the colors in this. Some of it's subtle, but then what I do is I cut pieces of this stuff and I collage it into the art. So, damn, I was going to bring the painting. Give me a second. Bear with me. Hey, it's free. Come on. All right. So then, when I collage it into, for instance, here's one of my finished owls. This is a little 7x14, and that's all collaged in printed pieces of paper, basically, some different colors, and I got a pretty good gloss on this one. I don't normally do them this glossy, but I liked the way it looked. It kind of has a metallic feel to it. And this one is sold. This one just sold recently. I'm gonna ship it out at the end of the week to its new lucky owner. This is one that just went up, and you can really see the collage in that. This is all just bits of printed, colored paper, bits of stuff that I've collected from my collection of gel print pieces. And you can use all kinds of stuff. Mod Podge, you can use glue, you can use whatever the hell. Chewing on a little grass, a little plot of grass right there. Anyway, this one is now up online. So what's fun about this Procreate? You guys still with me? We've been at this, it says, for 20. So I'm gonna go for no more than 40 minutes, and I'm gonna stop. Really cool. Okay, Kevin, this is I've already titled your painting Halloween. Very cool. Really cool. What's the paint type? I use acrylic. Acrylic is my favorite. I don't like oils. It's too messy, too expensive, and because when I travel, I like to still be able to paint. I'm not a great watercolorist. I've gotten better, but it's not. I just see this beautiful watercolor work, and I can't get there yet. So acrylic is my favorite. Acrylic, and I use mixed mediums. I like Posca. Is it Posca? Posca pen or Tosca? Posca, I think. They're like, I believe it's acrylic. What is Posca? Hold on a second. Let me type that up. And Posca markers. Is that acrylic? And you can get the cheaper versions that are probably, I mean, maybe they're not as good, but they're paint pens basically, and they're great. They're messy and they dry up easily, which kind of I don't like that part about them. But I incorporate a lot of that stuff. I use a lot of ink. I use charcoal. I'll use stuff to smudge. Smudge things so things look a little darker or just weirder. I don't know. So cool to hear about your processes. Yeah, I mean, it's like no two artists are gonna do. You can do the same exact process, but your stuff's gonna look the way it looks, and it's gonna look way different than somebody else's. So I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm happy to share if people are interested. Really cool collage in glossy owl painting. Is it texture? Yes, very textural. Like if a person were to touch it, the gel print stuff. Okay, yeah. So the gel print, you're essentially doing relief prints. So you would have the paint on the gel itself, and you can put different colors. Like you can use things to make indentations. You can use needles, guitar strings. I've used bubble wrap is one of my favorites. I don't know if I have any bubble wrap. This is bubble wrap. That's the impression of bubble wrap. And I reuse them until they're just not even bubbles anymore. This all started when I began doing began doing lyric art. People would ask me if they could pay me to write out lyrics on a notebook paper, and they wanted a copy. And I thought, who wants to do that? And I know a lot of musicians do it, and a lot of different people do it. But then I started to think, like, hey, I'll make a really nice piece. I do my lyric art in, I think it's 11 by 14, and I just I wanted them to be like real art, real nice looking, with the lyrics handwritten over it. And it takes a while because it's, you're writing a lot of words, and you want it to if the color behind is too dark, then I use a lot of black markers. White, I use more white, different color markers sometimes to do the lyrics. But anyway, I started to do this, and people really seemed to like it. So I just thought, screw it. This is more fun for me anyway. And it gives you, this is a neat one. That stuff right there is this little, I don't even know what the tool is. It's some kind of tool, and it might not even be an art thing, this stuff here. And I just pressed it in. Anyway, you press it into the paint that's on the gel print itself, and then you put your paper down, or whatever it is that you want to print on, and you kind of give it an even little rub in the back. You can use, some people just use your hands. You can do like you would with relief printing, like using a Baron. Some people use wooden spoons. There's all kinds of ways to do it. It's kind of like if you've done any lino cut print. It's, you kind of get that same thing. And then when you lift it off, you can, depending on how long, you can leave it sit there so it gets really, really strong, and you have to pry it, and sometimes it tears the paper. But it always looks cool. You can do another pass. No two look alike. Everything looks different, even if you're using the same tools to make indentations and stuff. So I take, what I'll do is I'll cut paper, and I'll just make different sizes and shapes and colors, and then I'll just collage it into the painting. And it's kind of an accident sometimes when you get something. I mean, there'll be something that I'm thinking I want it to look a certain way, and it doesn't, but then I'm like, well, I really like this one almost better. Love that industrial DIY found object experience in your work, and even the unfinished pages. Yeah, hey man, it's, I'm working class. I gotta save my pennies. But I'll give you a real quick, since we're going on, what did I say? It's 33. I'm gonna go 40 minutes and then we'll get out of here. So what I started to do was scan the actual paper, scan these things, and then save them as images. and then I can go into my. I can hold on a second. I gotta freeze this. Give me a second, guys. I gotta switch over something. I'll be right back. And we're back. Okay. So in Procreate, you can import. I'm not going to show you right now because it's. You can insert a photo, and you can. So this is just. This is a scanned-in sheet of one of those pieces I just showed you guys. And what's cool about this is once you scan it and save it, you can reuse the same stuff. It's not going to look the same because you can do all kinds of manipulation. You can change the color balance. You can just do all kinds of stuff. But so what? For instance, I'll lasso apart. Say I want to just take a little snippet of it. I'm going to do a little funky square. I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste. Now now you can see the piece. It's going to move around. You should be able to see it on the screen. And you can make it bigger. You can actually cut out stuff, erase stuff. You can even do some fun stuff with like smudging, which I do a lot of. I really love this program. I think it's just the greatest thing ever. See, if you smudge, and it eventually becomes, and if you don't like any of that, you just correct it. You can go backwards and go back to where you were. But for this little design, let me get rid of the smudge. We're going to take this piece and we're going to insert it on this side. And using the distort option, you can kind of actually fit it in there if you want, or you can just cut it to where it looks it's about where you want it. And for instance, I would just kind of make it so it's not as perfectly cut along the edges. And there you have it. You have a little bit of, you got a little extra texture. Let's go to another part. We'll go back to that sheet, and then we'll use this side. Nope, I did the wrong thing. Come on. There we go. It took me about a year to really get this program. Like, immediately I started using it, and you can use it right away. But to really find some of the cooler cooler options. There we go. We'll make this look a little more feather shaped. I mean, it's way off, obviously, but all right. Warp. There you go, and then you can just cut along. Maybe you want to take pieces out of it like that, right? But since this is one layer, and then the one I just did, I can't, if I try to erase, I can't, unless I go to the layer of the one I just did, and then you can manipulate. You can cut, you can paint. Well, we won't do that. But yeah, it kind of gives you an idea. It's fun. It's really neat, and it gives you so many different. You can collage in photos. Let's try to do a photo here real quick. Somebody doing Everywhere at Once with DJ Persona. Did you ever get a chance to try the toilet paper roll owls craft project? I still have it, but it's on YouTube. So who did you tell me about that? Somebody was making. Somebody told me about that. I haven't done it, but that sounds cool. Yeah, why not, right? Recycle that shit. No pun intended. Insert a photo. Let's do. Well, here, let's just take another one of a piece of my art, right? This is one that I sold recently. let's just cut out his little weird red head. And you don't have to do this perfect. I always think it looks a little better when it's not, perfect. But and you can also get in closer to cut more detailed stuff. And then we're gonna copy, paste. So now just the head, and we'll get rid of that. But you can just put, you see his little the face, and you can maximize it, and the quality's still pretty good, like resolution wise. I don't know why I would do that, but hey, I know. Here's what we'll do. We're gonna cut everything out. This is some of the punk rock stuff from that 200 or 400 song projects. Okay, and then we're gonna mush. We're gonna cover up his eye. I don't want him to have an eye right there anymore. This is just me quickly doing this, and just to show you guys some fun shit. And then we're gonna make this his new. Oops, there's a little piece right there. We're gonna make this his new nose. Why? Oh, I don't know. Why not? Let's get it in there. Delete some of this stuff. And then here you can manipulate it so that if you say you're like, I don't like that color. Why would he have a red nose? You can go up in here and you can do some fun stuff. You can burn it, multiply the color itself. You can let's see. I kind of like that, actually. I'm going to leave it. There we go. There we go. And he has a weird off-white colored nose. Why? Who knows? But man, it's art. So you get to do what you want. And if it doesn't float your boat, you can always just fucking, throw it aside in a basket and repurpose it for something else. Or throw it away. I started on this kick a while back where I save all the cardboard or the thick cardstock stuff that comes, especially during an elections season where you're bombarded by stuff from different candidates and propositions and stuff. And I save it because you can use that stuff for cool stencil work, which we'll do at some point on this thing. But yeah, man, it's fun, and it's it every day I discover something new that I'm going to try that I'm not totally sure is going to work or not. But when it does, it's fucking great. It's really fun, and because I've been doing this fairly seriously now for a while. More people are exposed to seeing the art that I make, and I've done okay. Like, I've been able to make a nice side gig living doing what I love to do more than just about anything, pretty much. But anyway, that's kind of what we did tonight. I think I'm gonna try to do maybe do a week daytime show. An afternoon, or maybe even a morning. That'd be kind of fun. I'll make coffee and then I'll get up and draw, and then a late night thing. But the late night thing is a little harder to get people, at least on a Wednesday night. But you folks that came out and hung out with me, you're the best. I appreciate it, and I would just say, yeah, man. If you're a creative person, you like to make stuff, you should definitely not let anybody or anything get in the way, because you just got to do it. You just got to do it. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, Keely, and especially Keely and Karen, and everywhere at once with DJ Persona. DJ Persona, okay, cool. All right, you guys, you have a great rest of the night. I'm going to, I might just go to bed. All right, y'all. Take care. Have a good one. Till the next time. We'll see you later. How do I stop this thing now? That's the big question, right? I don't know how to. I forget. I'm so new. This program is still new to me, so I'm not. I think I can.